the big political story here at home. Nitish Kumar won the trust vote in the Bihar Assembly fairly easily today as expected, but not without plenty of drama. Tejashwi Yadav, his former deputy, accused Nitish of cheating the mandate, but Nitish hit back saying that secularism cannot be a mask for corruption.
With the BJP by his side, Bihar Chief Minister Nitish Kumar sailed through the trust vote in the State Assembly, with 131 MLAs voting for him and 108 against. Before the actual voting that saw no defections from either side, Tejashwi Yadav in a 40-minute speech hit out at Nitish Kumar, who hit back but in just 10 minutes.
बिहार के तमाम जनता के साथ ये धोखा हुआ है महोदय। पूरे देश का मानना है कि ये पहले से ही प्री प्लान था।
ये लोग अहंकार में जीने वाले हैं, भ्रम पालते हैं। जो जनता का वोट मिला है वो काम करने के लिए मिला है, वो भोग करने के लिए नहीं मिला है।
Nitish in fact wrapped up his speech quickly because the house was to be adjourned at 1 p.m. in deference to the Friday namaz scheduled at that time. It was perhaps the Chief Minister's way of saying that his secular credentials cannot be questioned. Outside the State Assembly, members of the RJD raised slogans describing Nitish Kumar as a turncoat. Inside the Assembly, Nitish's friend turned political foe turned friend again. Deputy Chief Minister Sushil Kumar Modi had a mock thank you for Tejashwi.
Now, so we had a submitted letter of support of 131 MLAs, and today in the Assembly also 131 MLAs voted in favor of vote of confidence. Unnatural alliance died naturally because the alliance between Nitish Kumar and JDU, where between RJD and JDU it was an unnatural alliance.
The next steps for Bihar's new political partners, deciding ministers, and also perhaps a play on just who will have the upper hand in the alliance. Will it be Nitish like the old days, or will the BJP call the shots now? In Patna with camera persons Sudhish Kumar Ram and Habib Ali, this is Alok Pandey, NDTV.
Meanwhile, there's big trouble for the Congress in Gujarat, where Sonia Gandhi's key aide Ahmed Patel is contesting for the Rajya Sabha and where assembly polls take place later this year. Today, 3 more Congress MLAs quit the party, taking the total number since yesterday to 6. 3 had quit yesterday, promptly joining the BJP in what's being seen as vengeance by veteran politician Shankar Singh Waghela, who left the Congress last week. The Congress, meanwhile, has accused the BJP of bribing its MLAs, a charge the BJP denies. Gujarat has 3 seats to decide for the Rajya Sabha this time. BJP Chief Amit Shah and Union Minister Smriti Irani are expected to easily win their 2 seats. Mr. Patel, who's already had 4 terms in the Rajya Sabha, is now getting further pushed away from the 3rd seat. A loss, of course, would decidedly dent the Congress's morale and expose new weaknesses ahead of the elections that are due later in December. So lots to talk about tonight from Bihar to Gujarat, whether the opposition is completely beginning to unravel now. And let me take that question first to Ajay Kumar of the Congress party, who joins us this evening. Ajay, would you concede that the last 48 hours have been spectacularly bad really for the Congress in both these states?
Look, Nidhi, on Bihar, I don't know whether what to call it spectacularly bad or spectacularly evil, and setting aside all moral, all appropriate ways of working with the coalition partner. Mr. Nitish Kumar just for his personal gain set everything aside. So our view is that the person who does this spectacularly bad behavior should be responsible, and Mr. Nitish Kumar definitely has let down the people of Bihar, because he went to the people of Bihar with the Mahagathbandhan and the people of Bihar voted for the Mahagathbandhan. So remarkable dishonesty, or at least misdemeanor from the part of Mr. Nitish Kumar. As far as Gujarat is concerned, we are aware that there were 7 to 8 MLAs who were close to Shankar Singh Waghela ji. So this was they are playing to that script. Obviously, it's not good news. These are both of them are very bad news. But in terms of Gujarat, Waghela ji, we tried our best to convince him. He had very different demands. The party has been extremely fair to Mr. Shankar Singh Waghela, And despite that, you know, in 2 elections, he was the chief minister face. Those issues are something which, you know, every political party needs to take a call.
Both Bihar and Gujarat, do they not expose the weaknesses of the Congress party and its political management? I mean, in Bihar, you have this statement from Rahul Gandhi who said that we knew for 3 or 4 months that Nitish Kumar was going to jump ship, which is an astounding statement, because then one has to ask, well, what did you do about it for 3 or 4 months? Then you're saying in a sense that you're not even surprised that a number of MLAs are with Mr. Waghela. The question is, in an election year, should the Congress have not been more proactive in Gujarat and, you know, dealt with the situation more deftly? Is there a problem with the party's political management?
No, first of all, Nidhi, let's look at Bihar. We are the third. We are, in terms of numbers, we are much smaller. We are much smaller than the RJD and JDU. That's a fact. So whenever, it's very easy to blame the Congress vice president or the Congress leadership on this issue, but you need to understand that the 2 big players with JDU and RJD, we try to facilitate to our best. But I mean, in a political negotiation, also, how big is your status? And believe from our side, Nidhi, can you hear me?
Yeah, go ahead. All right, Ajoy, I think you can't hear us, so I'm just going to try and reconnect with you there in just a second. But let me ask Mr. Pawan Verma of the JDU the question that you raised. Mr. Verma, with what Nitish Kumar has done in Bihar, doesn't that effectively really render the opposition extremely weakened ahead of the next general election? I mean, you have been on this program night after night, day after day, attacking Mr. Modi, attacking the BJP for the kind of politics that it does. And today, your party and your chief minister have done a complete volte-face. How do you explain that?
First of all, on what Mr. Ajay Kumar said, I'll answer your question also. You know, Nidhi, nothing can help the Congress party if it is unwilling to help itself. In recent political times, there have been rare examples of such spectacular abdication of political effectiveness and such a spectacular display of political incompetence. And there is no point blaming anybody for it except for having the courage of conviction by people in the Congress to call a spade a spade. I think the time has come. I could have stated this earlier, but Congress party was our alliance partner in Bihar, and what many people in the Congress feel, I could not articulate, but at least now I can say it to you bluntly, that the party is in the thrall of an exceptionally confused leadership, which in the specific case of Bihar was aware of what is happening. From 4 seats which they had in Bihar, Mr. Nitish Kumar gave the party 40 seats in creating the Mahagathbandhan. They did not even have enough candidates. They won 27 out of the 40 seats. They had 5 cabinet ministers, and they are saying they did not have a stake in Bihar where they were non-existent. And for weeks and months, they were seeing the unraveling of the Mahagathbandhan because of the avalanche of evidence available on corruption, of Benami property, of illicit property acquired through the misuse of office. And cite to me one statement of the Congress party which supported Mr. Nitish Kumar when he said that on such matters it is essential for the image of the Mahagathbandhan itself for the RJD to come clean and for Mr. Tejashwi Yadav to give a point-by-point rebuttal to the allegation.
But Mr.
Tell
Verma,
me one sentence of
Mr. Verma, one second, Ajoy. Mr. Verma, I think the point here is that in Tejaswi's case, of course, there were all these allegations that have come forward. He hasn't yet been convicted. But when Nitish Kumar got into an alliance with Lalu Prasad Yadav in Bihar, Lalu Yadav was already convicted and disqualified from contesting. He had a history of corruption that was proved in court. So how can Nitish Kumar take a high moral ground on corruption today? Is this really about corruption or it's just about politics? And why not just admit that? He has done this for his political survival because he felt that these were his political instincts that would help him.
Let me answer you and give you an honest answer. Yes, we knew that Mr. Lalu Prasad Yadav was convicted, but he was in appeal to a higher court. But that conviction had debarred him from holding political office or fighting any election. And the Mahagathbandhan government, if it were to be formed as a consequence of the election, he would not be present. But to be honest with you, neither we, nor I believe most of the RJD, nor anybody in Bihar or India knew of the number of Benami properties acquired amounting to thousands of crores, about which evidence began to come in the public realm on a daily basis, with proof of, with evidence, records, Benami properties.
I'm only asking you this because in Lalu's case, you're saying his appeal was in the High Court. In Tejashwi's case, there's not even a conviction. It's allegations at the moment, and yet Nitish decided that when it suited him, he should ally with Lalu Prasad Yadav in Bihar, but when it suits him, he's going to take a high moral ground on corruption and then run into the arms of the BJP within 2 hours? Really?
What did Mr. Nitish Kumar ask? He said there is an FIR.
He is at his lowest.
It has an allegation. Please let me finish. It has an allegations. He said, please make a public rebuttal on a point-by-point and factual basis to those allegations, because otherwise the image of the Mahagathbandhan suffered. These were not wild allegations. They were backed by evidence. Neither was
Lalu's conviction. It wasn't a wild allegation. It's a conviction.
To be refuted.
It's a conviction. 1 second, Ajoy. I just want to get Shahid Siddiqui in on this. Shahid Siddiqui, do you buy any of this? There are two things we're looking at here. One, of course, is why Nitish did what he did, which has been debated a lot for the last 48 hours. But also what it says about the opposition's management and the Congress's management of its own party in these two states.
It's unfortunate it's not just these two states. A Congress which is known for its management, it's in fact a party of managers, not of leaders, where they were expected to manage every situation, and they have been doing it for decades. They have not been running this country, they have been managing. And they have now shown that they don't even have managers, neither the leaders nor managers, and they have failed one after the other, whether it was Goa or it was in northeast states, and now here in Bihar, in Manipur, everywhere they are failing. So what we can see is that they don't realize that if they want to build up a credible alternative, they have to come to the streets, they have to provide the leadership. They can't say that, look, we had no stake in Bihar, or we were a small party. You have to provide.
You're still the pan-Indian party.
Yes, you have to provide the leadership. The focal point of leadership should be the Congress party. If it can't be, then there is no alternative to Shri Narendra Modi in 2019. So if you really want to build it, you have to be seriously trying to bring everybody together. But in fact, instead of bringing them together, you are losing people one by other. And nobody can take high moral ground. None of them, they all talk of conscience, they talk of corruption, they talk of secularism. They do not believe in any of these ideas. Let me say, unfortunate situation in this country at the moment, that none of the parties have any ideology, whatever they may say. They may claim.
So why do you think Nitish did what he did?
Nitish did because he realized that he doesn't have a future. He doesn't have a future. He doesn't have a future with UPA, with Congress now, and he can't be the next Prime Minister for next 10 years. So better to consolidate in Bihar. So he has gone back to Bihar, and he realized that he can get a better, it's much better to be with BJP and with the central support than to go along with Lalu.
So Mr. Naval Kishore of the RJD, please tell me, how does the opposition now plan to go from here when you have such a big blow by losing somebody like Nitish Kumar, who was a potential face of the opposition in 2019? Isn't this a severe setback to the opposition's unity?
No, not at all. If you look at Mr. Nitish Kumar, in the history of Bihar, he is only a political parasite. He has never formed a government on his own. He has never fought on his own. Right from 2004, he has not won or fought any Vidhan Sabha election, assembly elections. So for him to become a political alternative, it is not true. Another thing, he has also proved that he is a weak personality politically because he has bowed down to the pressure of Narendra Modi. There are many mass leaders in this country, which includes Lalu Yadav, Mamata Banerjee, and Arvind Kejriwal, and so many people who has the grassroots basis. He do not have any grassroots basis to be a mass leader. He is only a political parasite, and that is why when he has left this Mahagathbandhan, you will find that in his winning vote also, there is not even a single vote which has gone out of Mahagathbandhan. It is only his party, that is 71, who has defeated BJP, and they has gone with BJP. So it is defeated BJP and win BJP. It's a mixture of those two, though opposite and antagonizing factors.
But Mr. Kishore, what does it mean for the opposition? Do you think that the Congress could have played
we cannot depend on him.
No, but do you think that the Congress could have played a more constructive role in holding him back? That if Rahul Gandhi knew about this for 3 or 4 months, that there should have been something more as a national party that the Congress could have done?
What
could the RJD have done itself?
No. But what is truth about Nitish Kumar is that he was playing at the hand of BJP through Sushil Kumar Modi at the state level and through Narendra Modi and Amit Shah at the central level in utilizing CBI, ED and income tax from central government, and there he was misusing that thing. Even today also, you will find that Chief Minister and Deputy Chief Minister, against both of them, there are allegations of 120B and 302. So, on what moral ground they have taken oath as a Chief Minister and Deputy Chief Minister?
So, in a sense, you are saying that nothing could have been done to stop him. I want to ask Mr. Devesh Thakur of the BJP, that isn't it amazing, Mr. Thakur, that the BJP, which didn't have a mandate in Goa, which didn't have a mandate in Arunachal, which didn't have a mandate in other states, which didn't have a mandate in Bihar,
and a huge defeat in Bihar.
And
they had a huge defeat in
Mr.
Bihar.
Kishore, one moment. Let me ask the question, Mr. Thakur. Isn't it incredible that today, Mr. Kishore, I'm going to bring your mic down. Please let me ask the question. Isn't it incredible that the BJP, which has actually not won elections in these states that I have named, has been able to form governments by breaking the governments there? And now in Gujarat, you suddenly have Congress MLAs crossing over, and the allegation by the Congress is that money is being paid. Is that how democracy works, Mr. Thakur?
Well, Nidhi, I must say, the Congress should look back to the history of political developments that they have had in this country. They must see what Mr. Bhajan Lal did so many years ago. They must see in Haryana what Mr. Bhajan Lal did. They must see what Mr. Apang did in Arunachal Pradesh. All these things have been taught by the Congress themselves. They cannot take any high moral ground on this issue right now. Right? Yeah, please keep your mouth shut right for the time being, Mr.
Okay, no, nothing personal, please, against each other. Thank you.
You've had your time, please.
You will keep continuing uttering the nonsense.
Now, as far you uttered your nonsense when you had the time, please, for God's sake, please I've got the time, let me speak. Number one. Number two, now when they talk of this political mandate in Bihar, now that mandate was for a corruption-free and development-oriented governance. It was not for creating corruption and amassing thousands of
crores. Let him finish. Please don't interrupt. Please. No, I'm bringing everyone else's mic down. Please let him finish. Please, I want a civil debate. I want a civil debate. No, please bring the mic down. Can the producer please bring the mics down? Only Mr. Devesh Thakur will speak. Thank you. Yes, please finish your point.
Now, in 2010, the mandate from the people was for the BJP and the JDU to complete 5 years. Why did the RJD and the Congress supported? They motivated Nitish Kumar to get away from the BJP, and that government broke, and they offered support from outside, and BJP was thrown out of power. What happened about the mandate then? See, don't make political suitability for your own self, and don't talk of mass support for RJD. Now, you got 22 seats in 2010. You got 2 seats in parliament in 2009. What are you talking of mass base for the RJD?
My question is different, Mr. Thakur. My question is, how has the BJP managed to get power in states that it has not got the mandate? in states that it has not won. It has done it
I told
by
you.
breaking.
I
by
told you. Now when you talk
is
about
that
Goa,
what democracy should
I'll
be?
come back. No, it has no. In Goa, you see, in Goa, no leader from the Congress. They kept sleeping in Delhi. No leader from the Congress went to Goa to try and manage things and get the government information. What do you want? The BJP should have also slept over. So, what do you contest elections
for? So money hasn't changed hands. They've all come to the BJP out of the goodness of their hearts.
If you do anything in accordance with the provisions of the Constitution, we are there. We are there to make a government. We contest elections to make a government. It's not, you don't think that anyone will contest elections and just leave things that it's just like that.